There are a lot of things that transpires in a relationship that you can overlook. You can overlook them. You can decide to, yeah, it's painful, it's hurting, and it's very disappointing. But the truth of the matter is that you can actually overlook. You can actually accommodate. You can actually find another way to deal with that issue. But if you decide to walk by your emotions and the way you're feeling at the moment, and you decide that, okay, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to take that decision, of course, people will try to stop you, convince you, give you reasons why not to. But you see, at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's you. It is you that is actually going to determine what's going to happen. Now, if you are unlucky enough to make certain decisions, and after some time, when a whole lot of things have happened, you now find out that you probably didn't do it right. Do you know how many things would have gone down? Do you even know that that partner of yours, you might no longer meet that person single? That person might be married, or probably would have found love with somebody else, and there'll be no space for you. And as at that time, it will now, your eyes will now be so open. It will dawn on you that this was not strong enough to separate us. It wasn't a good enough reason. I could have overlooked it. I could have forgiven. I would have let their father into their life. Okay, let me give an instance. For example, you see these people who separate and they avoid their kids from meeting their father, for instance. At the end of the day, they are going to ask for their father, right? Whether it's a he or a she, whichever gender your child category is, they are going to ask for their father. So isn't it stupidity? Okay, let me not sound insulting. Isn't it foolish to decide you want to keep them away from their biological father, and you now decide to go through all the stress raising those kids alone? I'm not even saying you necessarily need to be with your partner if the relationship is not worth it. But one thing is certain, you cannot erase history. And history that is blood related, like that of the father and their children, there's no way they are going to, especially in this time and era. So why do you want to go through that stress? The simple thing to do is to let them in, because 10 years later, that's it. And like I said, some of the reasons behind your running away is not worth it. Yeah, is it painful? It is painful. Do you feel bad? Of course. Do you feel betrayed? Of course. But sometimes you really have to overlook something. Some things are not worth the trouble, except it threatens your life. But there are a lot of things you can overlook. Trust. So why am I saying this? I don't want to mention names, but there are a lot of people on social media that have made statements, including celebrities, regrettive statements on the actions that they took. Time heals. 2 years later, 5 years later, you now begin to find out that this person is a special person. He just made this mistake. She just, that's why I would always encourage you, think about it real good before you make that decision. Think about it real good, okay?